Steve.
No, we weren't doing it on.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Arcane Focus D&D for session 28 of Trials of VinTear. I'm your DM, Mike, and joined with me are amazing players. Say hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
I'm Stone.
Uh-huh.
I thought you were going to say I'm stoned.
Let's, we can tackle that in a bit. First and foremost, I'm joined by Steve. For currently, for a
like
bit.
this.
For a little bit. Amber.
Hey.
Nick.
Hello.
And Titan.
Howdy.
Everyone, this is a pre-recorded stream, so if you're watching this on Twitch, the Pepperell app, hey, we're not actually watching chat. Always check out our YouTube. That's where you can find all of our VODs. Also, join us tomorrow for Short Rest. It's a nice little compact 10 to 15 minute video summarizing everything that just happened in this session. So if you don't have time, join us on Sundays. It happens there. Guys, I would really love to just rock out and get straight to the recap, but we have to steady ourselves, you know, before we boulder on through. What could we do to ground ourselves? Maybe is to chat about our amazing merch. You know, I know this is a little bit of a shell of our own, you know, of our own stuff. We're sort of doing that. I get it. But we have some amazing hidden gems from the internet. You can get stickers based off of beloved NPCs and PCs alike. Shirts, much like the one I'm wearing. We got the Moscow shirt. And these products are built to last, everyone. Tough as stone. And will leave others who see you strut your stuff petrified. Thank you so much, everyone. Please check out our TeePublic shirt store to buy your merch.
I just
That's
got
very Boulder of you.
lost on the ride we went on. I made a right turn.
I took you, yeah. We took a long drive for that one.
Stuck the landing.
Yeah. It was a little rough.
I was like, okay, I got it. I went, what? I don't got it.
Are you guys ready for a quick recap?
See.
Yes, please.
Our adventurers, the Reckoning, a team of swashbucklers, defenders, martial artists, archaeologists, and hidden beasts, one by one, passing the tests of Ayun and going deeper into the Knowing Mentor's library. First, with Phoenix's speed to hop and jump and swing her way to the first lever within a room that had an 80-foot drop of unknown dangers. Second, Legati reached outwards. What the hell did I write here? Reached outwards with a ever-moving sever of force and shunting a lever hidden within a suit of armor. And pulling the second lever, now releasing a little bit of the movable rugs, the smothering rugs here, start to shift in your direction. You guys quickly made your ways out of the room and closed the door shut. And finally, Morris raced up a very long hallway, the last test within Ayun's library, surrounded by numerous different styled pillars, and stood your ground, pulling a lever as a gigantic boulder, still in view, started to roll its way to you. Clear death, but you stood your ground, faced it, and the boulder stopped halfway. Eruption of fire came from behind you. The fire dissipated. The boulder returned. A test of courage. With all of the levers pulled, you guys made your way downwards towards this ever sort of deepened elevator, going down to sort of the subterranean area where they almost had like surrounded by ancient books and texts, all of them locked behind glass cases and strong arcane levers, or I should say locks. And we find ourselves in this gorgeous space where, surrounded by this golden orb emitting white light, is these pillars about waist level that have these like a gemstone artifacts, these ankhs, representative of different, I guess, jewelry. Our party got a little too greedy, and the swirling orb of gold started to form itself into almost like a celestial beholder. Numerous like three eyes affixed upon eye stalks in its mouth, splitting open, like almost like an octopus, or almost like four flaps. Octopus don't have four flaps. But it was a hard battle with the use of some of the arcane, some of the artifacts used. to causing both your mind and body to improve. However, after the final blow was dealt, Morse succumbed to the petrification ray and became fully stone. And editing trick, this is where we take Steve away. We can still hear Steve, but he's not here.
Almost like he's still with us.
Mm-hmm.
I can still hear his voice.
But you guys currently still find yourselves at the very, of the subterranean library space. The celestial beholder has sort of fallen, hit the ground. The shadow you summoned, Morris, is still this sort of weeping phoenix. This
You mean Legati?
silhouette. And Morris in the middle of the room, mid-fight, petrified.
Legati, your shadow can't carry, can it?
Yeah,
It can. Keep away from it. It will slow everyone down but me if you get too close to it. I cannot turn that off. I direct the statue. Like, go stand over there for a moment. The crying silhouette of Phoenix goes to stand over there. I take out my knife and I'm cutting off the eye stalks of the Celestial Beholder, as I said I was going to do, putting them into my bag. You said that, like, the lights were lighting up, like maybe there's a security system of some kind.
There was, the last thing we heard was that the arcane light that surrounds the space turned a bright orange. You remember from your experience from up top is that that's like the first step. It's almost like alert 1, and nothing has happened right now. I think you estimate that you have some time, as compared, or sort of using up top as sort of a comparison.
Okay. Maybe we, I'm just saying this as I'm cutting the eye stalks, is maybe we take a quick look around. Is there any other way out of here? Any convenient wheeled dollies that would fit a statue or anything like that?
Several fields. I'll take a look around.
All right, everyone. I'll say Diva will give one of you guys advantage for looking around. So that's going to be both. I think she's going to give Arrow advantage. So Arrow, you can roll investigation check with advantage, and then Phoenix, go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
Oh, great with those. I was going to try and do perception.
16.
16.
Oh, yeah. I see shit. That is a 10.
10. Phoenix, your vision, you sort of walk back into the middle of the room, sort of immediately getting the impression, because Legati had to rush to the middle of the room as well to get to the body. That has fallen right next to Morse, still sort of in a fighting position. Your attention, Phoenix, just sort of shifts over to the shadowed version of yourself, and that is just taking a bit of your attention.
Rightfully so. She's kind of traumatized, but
Yeah, maybe we can have a talk about that at some later point.
yeah.
Arrow, you start to look around, and you are coordinating with Diva. She's sort of real pissed off at this stupid beholder for getting out of melee range, but nothing much that can be done at this point, and is currently shifting around, trying to find and aiding you as much as she can. You are finding a lot of these bookcases and shelves are locked in some certain way. There's like a glass covering with a actual lock. You start to trail your hand across them. Some of them are labeled like ancient texts and tomes, ancient studies, study of overall magic, things that are like been notated in the past. You see things that are new to mind, like things that state smith spells and things that state like arcane manipulation, because the knowing mentor her domain is magic, and so sort of seeing all of this sort of magical tomes, and then as you start to go along the path, it starts becoming exotic, and it starts becoming known spells, common teachings, and you eventually find sort of a smaller cabinet that looks like it's not used a lot, but more or less like it's not reviewed. It doesn't need to be. And it is like babies for spells, essentially. It is very basic stuff. With a 16, you start to shift through it, trying to find things that make sense. This is the only one that isn't locked. It is common knowledge, like somewhat like multiple copies. It doesn't have to be locked. Start to go through it. With a 16, yeah, I think there's a moment you pull one of the tomes, kind of get a bunch of dust on you. And through the dust, as you sort of shifted one of the scrolls or tomes, there is a scroll that looks like it's been tattered. Like it's been pushed into the back and it hasn't been used a lot. You sort of put an arm back just to see what the hell it is, and you start to undo it, and you see a scroll for Tensor's floating disc.
That could be useful. No escape plan yet, but Legati, maybe you could make good use of this. And I'll go over to him and hand him the scroll. For carrying Moors.
Yeah, take a look. That's certainly convenient. Can hold up to 500 pounds. I'm reading the spell. I wonder, like, math-wise,
Didn't we do math
I don't
last
know.
time?
We did. It's weird, though, because he has a suit of armor, which would add to it, but I don't think metal turning into stone is heavier. If anything, the armor's slightly lighter.
Yes.
Possibly. And it's like Warhammer and stuff. His body would probably weigh like 3 times as much or something like that. Plus that. So, I mean, 500 pounds is a good ballpark. He might be a little bit more than that, but it's worth a shot, certainly, if it's a scroll. It's also like, I think within the conceivable weight that Arrow, what's your strength score?
Mine's a 15.
Yeah, so conceivable weight that Arrow could maybe drag, but only moving like 5 feet around, so it would take us a while. I'll start like mouthing the scroll to myself and getting prepared to attempt to cast it if that's what we decide to do, assuming we don't find any like emergency elevator exits out of this room.
I did not. I got distracted.
Shame.
So am I allowed to ask about Shadow Phoenix? Is she here now? Do we just keep that?
God, hope not.
For an hour, unless I am required to cast a different concentration spell.
Don't I?
What is Shadow Phoenix saying?
Next time, I need to ask you what the tears are for, Legati. I mean, that was my bad in the moment. Wasn't really thinking about it, but next time I will ask a follow-up question as to what they are for, so I can prep myself.
Yeah.
For this situation.
Phoenix of Grief is whispering to itself, saying, "An infinite architecture whose interior is as torturous and vast as its exterior."
It's definitely torturous. Anyway,
that's right. Good job. It's all it is really is a window into the Salal, the truth of reality. It just happens to be in the shape and general form of your moment of grief. That the power of that moment, mourning over death and ultimate change, allowed me to create that window. But this is a conversation for another time. We could be interrupted at any moment.
Listen, when you need me to help pull Moors, you let me know. I'm gonna go walk over there.
Yes. Shall I just attempt the floating disc?
Yes,
yeah,
please.
give it a shot. If he needs a little extra help, I can help move it along.
All right.
Meta conversation.
Yeah.
That shadow is literally saying it's bigger on the inside.
Yeah. It's an infinite architecture. Yeah.
I've read it.
All right.
House of Leaves.
Been a while since I've tried to cast something from a scroll. If this is on my list and it's the first level spell, do I just cast it? Do I not have to make a roll?
You do not need to make a roll. Yeah.
Then yeah, I will summon the floating disc. It doesn't take concentration. Casting time 1 action. Yeah. So I will create the floating disc right next to Moors, where we could potentially like recline him onto it.
How big is the disc?
It's not very
3
big.
feet in diameter. Floats 3 feet off the ground.
Could you have gotten
You know
petrified real narrow like?
It's fine. Once we get him on the disc, we can have, or at the very least, I can hold on to him to keep him steady.
Yeah, it's like a dolly at Fantasy IKEA. It's okay if stuff is sticking off the edges. It still allows us
No,
to
that exists
move
in
him through
this
the
game.
corridors.
That
IKEA.
exists in this world, IKEA.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
we'll be
the
there
three of
eventually.
us could. I mean, you could take like Lookout, and the Arrow Diva are more than capable of keeping him on the damn thing.
Yeah, perhaps try to carry a little bit of his weight so that we don't overload the disc. That would be unfortunate.
Well, I panicked, got more strength, so I mean that should help.
Yes, very very good. Should we just get the hell out of here?
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
get the hell out of here. We
All
have
right,
everything
yes.
we need more.
Okay, I mean Legati's gonna send the Shadow Phoenix thing like first, leading the way, keeping away from everybody else. I really don't want to be in front because I'm gonna go down with one hit if anything happens. So maybe I'll be in the rear, supervising the carrying of Morse on the disc.
That's the thing, is if you're gonna have someone be a spotter for Morse, we can say that could be definitely Diva. Diva's technically behind you because the disc is always floating behind you.
Oh, is it always directly behind me?
I believe
If
so.
you move more than 20 feet away from it, it comes with me. Okay, so I can't direct it
Yeah.
with my head. All right.
It's like you have a
Okay,
rope.
so it'll be the shadow up front, encountering anybody we might encounter. Maybe then Diva and then me, and then if Phoenix and Arrow want to balance Moors on the IKEA dolly.
Easy enough. Let's just go.
Great.
You guys situate. I mean, you could have always summoned the disc underneath Morse and sort of lift it up.
We
and-
panicked a lot in
It
here.
says it has
okay?
to be in an unoccupied space.
Oh,
and I
no.
mean, right now I'm not sure what counts as occupied or not.
That's valid. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to-
Just tip him. Yeah.
there's a moment where it's like you have to get the disc and lower it a little bit. You're like, no, hold on. Working together, I'm not gonna make a roll. You guys can definitely get the statued Morris in a holding a hammer ready to hit.
You know,
He looks so heroic.
Yep.
This is,
I was about to say, someone would love to have this like in their courtyard or something, I'm sure.
he certainly
there's-
deserves a statue.
There's a shift eye, like he was looking off in a direction, like
Or we got a
don't
pissed off
leave me.
face. Are we gonna have to like throw a cloak over this? Because this is gonna be real weird. Just walking out with a hovering statue.
He's a heroic figure. We're a handyman. It's fine.
Anyone we encounter is going to have to talk to Phoenix of Grief first, so maybe they'll be distracted.
I'm sure they'll have a time, the best time with that.
You guys get onto the elevator, press on the button, and starts to speed up to a point where you could like feel your body getting pushed down to the floor. And it's all right, you kind of like have to put your hands on your knees just to sort of stabilize yourself until finally you don't have to do it anymore. The pressure starts to alleviate, and you find yourself back to the top of that four-way intersection next to all of the trials and the stairwell that leads upwards to that larger stairwell place, that center where the statue where you fought. I would like everyone here to roll a perception check.
Excellent.
And then Diva will give someone advantage. That's how we're going to handle this.
Oh, shit.
Who
Could
has
you
good
give
perception?
Could you
Take
give
the
me advantage?
I have +3 plus a rock.
She tries
taking
to,
her
but then you can't make a roll.
Oh, 21.
Who needs advantage?
don't
I'll
need
say that
it.
much. All right, go for it.
Thank you. I rolled the exact same thing.
Phoenix,
Let's go, Diva.
21.
Legati,
13.
and the combo we have here with Arrow.
6.
Yeah.
He's real heavy on that side.
2 people to get a 6.
Yeah, look, he's like covering me with the hammer. I can't see anything.
You continue going upwards, and Phoenix, with sort of your own shadowed being sort of taking front. You hear that there is soft talking upstairs.
Shit.
Um,
Do I like understand what direction? Like left, right?
Further in, I don't think you have direction until you sort of poke an eye out. You could do that, no worries. And you see where you guys fought the statue of Ayun. in crumbles and rocks and shale, there are 2 librarians who are looking over the damage, like the damages, and you could just hear them go, "What do you think could have happened?" "I don't know. It sent an alarm." "All right." And they're just chatting amongst themselves.
I'm mouthing this conversation to you guys. Are you still dressed like a librarian, Arrow?
Yeah, no reason to have changed it.
So, moving forward for this particular engagement, this is what I like to call a team building moment. We're all going to be working together and using different abilities or skills that you may have. If we rely on one person, the DC will increase each time they do a check. If all of you have an attempt to do something and we go right back where everyone's had a chance, the DC will increase. So I recommend spreading out how you handle things. So right now, the first object... Oh, also, before I continue on, to avoid the constant, let's keep on making stealth rolls, I'm going to assume you guys are being stealthy enough to not get caught. Right now, we are just making checks to see if you can divert attention. Or attack, or do some other creative way you can to avoid a problem. So right now you are at the bottom of the stairwell, looking up, where they have that the sort of the throne or the chair that the stone Ioun was sitting at, and there are just 2 figures currently talking to themselves. They have not noticed you.
I mean, maybe if you run over there panicked, Arrow, and like make them go in your direction. I just don't know how fast we're gonna move more.
I'm also not the best liar. I'm really great at making areas where people can't see. I can drop darkness over there. I don't know. I could give it a shot though. Pretend there's some panic.
What check would it be to like just hoof Moors out of here, like if Phoenix was doing it?
Unfortunately, you cannot.
Oh, okay.
The disc only moves 20 feet
Oh, with you?
behind me. Yeah.
Yes.
Throw Legati on my back.
Legati is a tabaxi.
All right. So okay. We're not discussing this, but maybe we had this conversation on the way here. We had some time on the elevator and everything. So a couple of ideas. I could cash in the shadow thing and just have it be a distraction, scare them away, or they fight it and we hustle off to the side. That's my concentration spell now. When that's gone or used or whatever, I can cast Alter Self on myself for 1 time. I could become one of the librarians that we've seen and wear the cloak that Arrow has and be pretty convincing. I could use my cursed stone to get advantage on 1 persuasion roll, which would cancel out the disadvantage I currently have on every roll. But it's not likely to work well, but I would look literally exactly like one of their dudes. So that maybe that would help a little bit.
Have we seen, while being in here, any depictions of Ioun's champion? Like any physical?
No, you have not. Of Volbear, you have not.
Hear me out. What if we told them this is a statue of Volbear?
Hear me out.
Wouldn't you think they know what it looks like?
You would think if they had images of them, he would be up everywhere around those
Well,
trial
let's get
rooms.
some clarification. You have not seen any depictions.
No, I know what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Which of us currently here has the best deception?
Probably Diva.
Let me look at Diva's sheet.
Mine is
Diva
+1,
more
and I have
so.
disadvantage on everything right now. So
I think mine's like a 0 because of the rock, because I think it was a -1 before. Hold on, let me check.
mine
Yeah.
is zero. I can't readily give you the cloak, given that it is my armor disguised as a cloak.
Oh, right. I thought you actually stole one. Moors stole them, but now they're stone on him, right? Yeah.
But it could be in the same vein of, because I have one of their wands now, so they shouldn't give us trouble in that regard.
Yeah.
I could lie. I don't know to what end.
You can also make darkness, which I think might be a good bet. We
Well,
just
if-
hustle up. You just make darkness around them, and then we try to just go.
Well, you could put Shadow Phoenix over there, scare the hell out of them, and then Arrow could
Yeah.
drop darkness, and we freaking book it.
Diva has a +1 to deception.
God, we're
It's
great.
as good as me, but I have the
She's got a
The-
+3
the
to
disadvantage.
persuasion.
Yeah, there it is.
yeah. That's something.
Just let us through. It's fine.
Okay, maybe I should just use my shadow guy, to create this diversion because I can't do any other concentration spells until it would be a waste to just let it go.
Okay.
Okay, so like, how far away? I mean, it will just follow my verbal command, so I can just tell it to run up there and try to scare them or attack them.
I think, yeah, you can do that. You can have him, you're in a certain position where you can send it off to the bottom, like where the stairwell that leads down to where like Phoenix jumped down, or you can send it heading to your direction, the right, where the break room is, basically the top, the base, the ground floor, where the exit is. I don't know if you want to do that. That doesn't seem very conducive what you're trying to do. Or you can send him to the left, where you have there is the presentation room.
Well, we have to get past these guys to get anywhere, right? Like, these guys are between us and those rooms.
Would you like it to jump out, make some noise, and then rush somewhere else, like lead them away?
I mean, if they attack it, then it can just fight them, and then we'll hurry past. But if they chase it, then it can move away.
Yeah.
The thing is, if it gets within 5 feet of them, then their speed is super locked down, and we have a good chance to hustle.
Yeah.
Potentially.
If you do that, regardless of what they do, I could then follow up with darkness.
Yeah.
And it could seem as a result of the grief creature.
Does the darkness cancel out dark vision? Magical darkness cancel?
Yes, it does.
Okay. All right, cool. All right, yeah, I think that's a fair bet.
Okay.
So yeah, I will. I think we get as close as we can, without them seeing us, and then I direct Phoenix of Grief to hurry towards them, and its commands are to, like, if they fight you, you can fight them. Try to lead them away. Try to lead them away from where we will be going. Just like lead them in an opposite direction. Direct their attention. If they run, then pursue them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will ask for in supplement for a intimidation check, because there's a scene in my head that can play out for this exact way you're doing it. In supplement for that, because it's not utilizing a charismatic will, it's more utilizing magic. I will allow you to roll a d20 plus your intelligence modifier with advantage, because you are working together with Arrow. It's 2 spells going off.
Okay. Do I have disadvantage on it because I am fatigued still?
No,
I'm exhausted still? Okay.
Yeah,
this one doesn't count.
Yeah, this is less of a check, and this is more of like, let's roll to see the result of this scene.
All right, so it's a with advantage and my intelligence modifier, which is +4. Okay. That's a 17.
This die has been rolling really well.
Now, where's Caleb? Take the dice away.
They are standing, hands on their hips, going, I mean, this thing is huge. What could have brought it down? It couldn't be just a person, right? Nah. And there is like a plume. As Arrow, you start to summon the darkness spell. And there's just a cloud of roiling black void. They both sort of turn towards that direction where you guys are sitting in this roiling void. What? The fuck? Go check it out. No, you check it out. And then running out of the blackness is weeping, shadowed, almost like a horrific scene of a serial killer, just because it is Phoenix, so it is a fast creature. Just they freak the fuck out. Oh my god! And during that chaos, you can conclude that you guys are sneaking away as this occurs.
All right.
I whisper, Legati, we really need to have a fucking talk about it.
It's doing so well.
Yeah. Fantastic.
So is it gonna it can stay there and these guys are not a problem for the remainder, but we got to leave it behind or what?
I rolled natural 1 for them. They are scared. They don't know if they should attack. They're like in a fight or flight. They want to flight, but they can't.
Okay. Yeah, it gets close to them, so their speed is reduced by 20.
They're crawling. They're just moving.
All right, yeah. I will leave it behind, and it can make sure we do not get pursued from behind.
Yeah, they're trying to get to like the presentation room to close the door. They can move 10 feet, but they're just like 10 feet in 6 seconds is nothing.
It also has an ability that I hasn't used yet called Dreadful Scream once per day. And it does that, and within 30 feet, everybody needs to make a wisdom save or be frightened of it for 1 minute. It hasn't done that yet, but it would do that if they start to get courageous or get away.
6 and a 3.
Yeah.
Even with modifiers.
They are staying locked down, terrified back here. Yeah. They will have confusing stories to tell.
I'm going to roll another d20 to see if, and this will be a perception check, on more figures who are still currently looking around. It's just not these two guys.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys rush down the hallway, passing by the storage room where that little automaton was, passing by the break room, with stoned Morse behind you. Diva currently holding it, like Phoenix and Diva working together, just making sure it's like wobbling. It's like on a full-on Roomba, just.
I imagine we have some rope around his waist that we're sharing ties with because I don't want to drop him.
You guys take a stark right behind the bookcases because immediately in view are 2 librarians and a heavily armored guard from the Knowing Mistress's sort of security force. And you guys duck over to the right. One of the librarians perks up. Rolled a 19 for perception. I think we've got a problem. Here. Tosses a scenting stone to the guard. The librarian holds another one. I'll let you know. You guys are hiding in the right. This guy takes the left. And leaves. So now you have a librarian and a guard in front of you, blocking the way to the exit. With that large stairwell that leads out, where in the middle of the stairwell there was that secret entrance to the elevator. But right now you have 2 figures, and they're currently leaning over, or at least the librarian is, the one that's left there, is currently trying to shake awake the 3 that have been made unconscious because of Morse. One of them completely unconscious because of an attack. The other 2 have been strangled and have lost consciousness, so they're doing their best to wake them up. What do you do?
And pretend to have seen Phoenix. Agree, Phoenix. Direct the guards back that way, past us.
Worth a shot, potentially.
This is gonna suck. I'm gonna hold a stunning strike in case that doesn't work.
Yeah. Right now we've had Legati make a roll. So now I'm okay with Arrow making a roll. And I'll say with Phoenix at your back, giving you a little bit more confidence, I'll say that you can make a deception with advantage.
All right.
You're approaching them, right?
Tell
you're
your dice to be good.
Yeah, so I'm keeping the one that Moores gave me initially to go with my hooded figure to match the librarians. And I'll be coming out from the corner as quickly as I can to not draw attention to where we've been hiding, and then start running out, pretend to be out of breath. There's something back there. Please, you have to help.
Roll me a deception check. I'm gonna roll an insight. DC is gonna be 18.
Oh, fuck.
I'm I have to get rid of
Be good,
the
nice.
bad vibes. I gotta
Just
get
tell
rid
it
of
to
the
be
bad
good.
vibes first. Okay. Well, it's not an 18. It was better than the 4 that I rolled.
Oh.
But it is a 14.
Hmm.
The guard sort of stands at attention, cocks ahead. Well, it feels like you've fooled the librarian. Or he kind of stands up and goes, I heard that too. What did you see?
It's some shadowed monster. It emerged from the darkness. The statue in the back has been destroyed. They're running after some of our companions. Please, come and help.
As you're turning, you go, it's over there. There's a slow-mo moment where the guard sort of lifts up a parchment. And there's a brief moment where you look at it, and it is like an employee's list who's assigned to duty. Realizing there were 3 people assigned to the top. They came in with 4 librarians, and you're a strange 5th element. Phoenix, you said you were holding an action to do something.
Yeah, I'm holding a stunning strike.
Okay, first you need to make a connection with this. So I will roll for, I'll say Diva is going to be there to try to get the librarian, because it looks like you're going to get the guard.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna big guy.
Okay.
Alright.
My heart is pounding.
+3. Yeah, that'll
This
get
I
is
don't
more-
want to roll that one. You know, I don't want to roll that one. Okay. Very good. Plus a rock. 26.
Were you rolling with advantage? What were you doing?
No. 19 plus 6.
19 plus 6? Yeah, that connects. Roll damage.
Plus a rock. Alright. That's why I got 20. Well, technically 27 then. Never mind.
Where's my D6s? There we go. Diva did connect, by the way. But she has not turned off her Crimson Right, so it's still burning.
Are we a stealth party? No.
No.
But there will be no witnesses.
Are we a talking party? Also, no.
Also, no.
We're a team of action here.
Oh, melee weapon.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
I just wanted to make
we
sure it
we
was-
do. We don't say.
Oh, she gets attacked twice. She has 2 attacks.
Yeah, technically so do I. But I'm holding just one.
Okay, perfect.
6 points.
6 points. And now you just make a con save?
Yep.
Okay. That's going to be a 10.
He's dead.
So we see this scene play out as...
I think she's coming up behind him in case this.
Well, how do you come up behind him? That's the
Right.
question. He's currently in an archway, and you're sort of around the corner.
Okay.
I mean, he's holding the scroll, right? Just run up to him before he can grab his weapon, you know?
He has a...
Through the scroll.
So I think it's... Oh, that's really funny. He's holding a spear. So he has a spear in one arm, and he's listening to Arrow sort of, blab on. And with one hand sort of lifts up a piece of parchment and is looking at it, gives like a double take, like, these numbers don't make any sense, and is about to sort of like really investigate it. The librarian you're talking to, Arrow, is like, right, well, I can call in backup. And just as he's supposed to reach in, Diva goes, 2 quick strikes against like the arm and shoulder, or the arm and chest, just drops the sending stone. Oh my god! Falls down. I rolled between 2 attacks that both connect, because she does have her Crimson Right. About 24 points of damage. These guys only have a threshold of 22. And then
I just run up and she chops him in the throat to stop him from talking.
he's in the process of going, wait a minute.
Mm-hmm. And
There's
so she
2.
just runs up, hits him, and then stops it to stun him.
You guys have 6 seconds before this guy does anything.
Let's go.
And it was just like, all right, that's one way to handle it, I guess. There we go. Grab board.
Yeah, using the feline agility ability to double my speed again and hustle. Get the thing following behind as much as we can.
We're really good people.
Thank me, Temple. I'm gonna play your character right.
Why are you getting out more dice?
Yeah, wait a minute. That does not bode well.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
I need one more. There it is.
What do you mean you need more? What do you mean?
He did. It's fine. Oh, is she gonna hit the stun dude? She gets like advantage.
No witnesses.
No. Again, you guys are in that library space where there is the entrance, sort of the archway, and then it sort of leads outwards, sort of in a large circle where there's a balcony. You guys start to rush. Diva's not behind you, just looks back, does a double take, knows that only it's going to last for 6 seconds, and pushes this guy over the edge. Dealing 28 points of bludgeoning damage. This guy lands.
Whoopsie. It's fine. Let's go.
You guys start to run upwards. What else have I written here? I did write that you'd have to move quick once you got to the stairwell where that in-between section of that hallway where the secret elevator is. But someone just called out tabaxi speed. So as quick as possible, action, dash, the whole 9 yards. The issue here was Legati, when you got to where that secret elevator is, you know where that lever is. Just it's sort of integrated within the wall. You just it takes a few seconds for it to open.
Yeah.
And you can see off in the far right, up the stairwell, there are more guards starting to come down.
Shit.
And finally, everyone sort of reconvenes quickly, and you're just like, "Come on, come on, come on, come on!" Hey, off me! And the door.
All right, everybody in.
People are pushing more to get in there, so it's like you guys are really tight. You're surrounded by us in the middle.
There, yeah.
Then you could feel the movement.
Hey, Legati, you got a real keen mind. How long do you think we were in there?
Along where we are, you mean like down here entirely?
Because we came in at nighttime, so how long were we down here?
I mean, I would know exactly how much time has passed. I don't know as a player.
Yeah, like
has it been an hour? 2 hours?
About 1 hour. Close to it.
Yeah, we didn't take a short rest or anything down there, so.
Yeah.
This
Finally,
is fine.
Yeah.
stone shifts open. Ding! Ground floor. And there's water in front of you. The fountain has been turned back on.
Oop.
That's fine.
Let's go.
Let's go. That's fine.
All right, I am going to cast invisibility on myself because I have 6 hit points. And I'm going to just walk out through the water and slowly walk and let the floating disc just like float after me. Everybody else can do what you want, but
you take 3 steps outside, and there are 2 guards currently still pacing. They have not left their post. They're still pacing the grounds. But you have walked out. You haven't walked far enough for the statue to follow. You just sort of getting a survey the area. Rolling perception check, Magati.
Okay. Disadvantage like everything. I'm gonna be happy when I'm not tired anymore.
Says everybody on this call.
That's 8.
8.
Yeah.
Time to go.
I do just say, like I say, guards at 2 o'clock and 11 o'clock or whatever they are. I say that so that people can hear me. And then, I'm walking towards the nearest out of here exit, and let the statue follow me.
What about everyone else?
I was like, I don't know if I could do a distraction.
I maybe could. Are the 2 guards near each other?
I will say they're about 60 feet away from you guys, and they are in different sections right now, but they're not too far.
So, from a layout, if we're here going towards the exit, are they over here-ish?
I would say so, yes.
Okay, then I am going to turn and 60 feet out, this way, so between the 2 of them, so they're kind of looking away from us, behind us, I am going to reach my hand out and cast Fairy Fire. So it's just a bright light in the middle of them behind us.
Okay. We had Legati participate in this one last thing. We all have had a turn, so the DC is increased. So we've had a perception check. I'm going to say roll me a d20 with your intelligence modifier, Arrow, for a bit of a... You're using your magic as a bit of a deception moment.
Sure. 10.
Got it. And then, Phoenix, you're following the statue that's moving, right?
Yeah, I'm helping to hoof it, so... I mean, unless you want me to run off, I can run off as a distraction.
No, I'll do it if needed, because I assume I would be the one that's caught.
Do you have any more darkness or fog cloud? Or are we
Nope.
all out of those? Okay.
We all out.
Putting one of those on Moores himself might have been good at some point, but...
So this is the
Yeah.
scene
Like-
with all the
yeah.
rolls that we have so far is Legati invisible, steps through, sees the sort of the guards around the corners. Time to go. And moseys on through. Arrow just with that information going, okay, turns around, casts the fairy fire. The two guards you hear, what's going on? And there's some curiosity from them too. You're like, all right, time to go. And Phoenix following on with Diva as well. You hear off of the other side of the fountain, directly behind you guys, probably was leaning against sort of the edge of the fountain, who was like out of view. Like you had to do a full 360 to see this guy, or a full 180, I suppose. Goes, time to go. Hey! And sees Phoenix, Arrow, and Diva, or at least the back of you guys, because you guys are cloaked up.
Mm-hmm.
You turn, see it, and you go, shit! Legati, you are just running, and there's just a moving statue behind you. Just
Yeah. It follows you, so it remains within 20 feet of me. It doesn't have a speed of its own.
No, it is
So
your
it just
speed.
tries to stay within 20 feet of me. Yeah, so I'll do the double speed cat thing, and then, I can do that once, and then I have to move 0 on a turn if I want to do it again. Yeah. Invisible cat running really fast, being chased by a statue, and 3 helpers.
God.
This is gonna be the last check, and it's gonna be a higher DC because of we've had everyone go, unless Phoenix, you're the one doing a distraction.
How close is this guy?
He could be as close as you need him to be.
I got 1 key point left.
Okay. He rushes to you, and if you make an attack, go ahead.
Yeah. Why not? It's what I do. Hell is that? Oh, okay. 19, 13 plus 6 plus 1.
I got a 12 on the save.
Sorry. Well, let me do damage. Plus 3. 8 points of damage. And he's stunned.
And he falls back into the fountain.
Night. Gotta go. Run slow.
Can't drown in 6 seconds, probably.
Oh.
It'll be fine.
Well, maybe she takes him out of the water, drops him to the side, and then goes.
Oh,
I want him to drown.
Just as you leave, there are like some other priests and servers of Ayun who are currently, they're not paying attention. It's just, this is the scene we see as some of them are kind of just talking amongst themselves, full on discussions of information and magic. You guys skirt around, getting away from eye view, and you just hear them go, "There's a problem in the library. Come on." And they start to rush away as you guys try to get as fast as you. And there comes to a point you have to act casual. Passing by guards. Hi, everyone. The whole thing.
Yeah, we're just moving this statue.
Yeah.
It was ordered. It's fine. Express delivery.
Delivery, yeah.
Yeah.
I rolled for the guards on how this would look to them, and they occasionally, one will sort of give you a look. But since you guys came up with that, like, oh, we're stonemasons, we're just here to deliver this, it's all stuff.
Paste a paper to Moore's back that says delivery due.
put the paper on the forehead.
Yeah. Wrap them in plastic and stuff. Yeah.
There's none the wiser. You guys are able to skirt your way across the city into the actual sort of market center, and you have to go directly south, so it's like maybe an hour walk. Trying not to be fully noticeable getting to the stone steps.
Yeah, the disc will not last. It lasts an hour. So is the disc like what I would want is can we get a cart?
Yes.
As quickly as we can, a covered cart. Let's rent a covered cart and just get it the rest of the way that way.
I will say that this is your city, Legati.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that hard for you to find a covered cart really quickly.
Yeah. Nighttime cart rentals.
When in doubt.
Well, I mean, the funny thing is,
24-hour carts.
you guys came from the north of Outslok, where a lot of the farmland is. So there are equipment that you can either steal or procure. It's not that hard to find, a farmstead with like a cart off to the side, or if you wanted to purchase one, it's there.
Yeah, I mean, we don't need to own one, or a rental is fine, but we're not thieves. Ignore everything that has happened for the past couple of hours. We're not thieves. We're not Prey Mother Lysander, that dirty thief. But no, we just want to rent one. So if I need to spend some gold, quick negotiations hey, can we borrow your farm cart? We will bring it back. Here's 5 gold. You're not going to use it tonight, right? Like. I was gonna price you 5 gold. The cart's cost to purchase is 15. They would be stupid enough to not take the 5. They go, yeah, for sure. And also don't tell anybody if anybody happens to ask. Excuse me? You never saw us. Nothing.
It's a gift. It's a gift. We don't want people. We don't want to ruin the surprise.
Oh, the
donation
statue.
To the.
Yeah.
Yes. Secret.
Oh, okay. No, yeah, it's beautiful.
Birthday party.
Looks really cool.
Isn't it wonderful looking anyway?
Who is that?
It's a statue of our friend. It's
a statue of your friend.
Mm-hmm.
He's extremely heroic, as you can see.
He's really into himself.
Yeah. No,
you're saying this believe in mirrors, but
you're saying this as you're putting him on the cart.
Yep. Yeah. Couldn't get a better gift if we tried. Anyway.
I'll say it's fine. That's really funny. And the discs disappears, and you guys are able to work together to get the cart going, wheeling it around the city. Where did we go?
Not like I did. Phoenix didn't do this for like a job or anything.
I mean, I could really do with the rest.
Yeah.
I don't know if Tavin's there right now, if we want to go right away, or if we go back to the safety of the Plant Guy Hotel. And then go to Tavin's in the morning.
Plant Guy Hotel to lay low for the heat.
Yeah.
And so we're not.
I don't think Morris is in pain, do you?
I've
never been petrified before.
I've never been petrified.
Sure. I would love to try at some point.
There's stuff that can petrify you on the island, but I mean, I've never been petrified.
I'll have so many questions for Morris once we help him out.
If. You guys make it back to the Bordeaux.
Yes.
The vines.
Stash the cart.
The cloth.
Friends, good to see you.
Oh, hey.
How has been your night?
Great.
Just some more.
Oh, look at that.
Can we stash this somewhere out of plain sight? Like in a storage
Well done.
closet?
Who did you get the commission from?
A beholder.
Yeah. That's our friend. But he kind of got a wee bit petrified.
Your half-orc friend.
Yeah.
Your skin. Oh.
We're going to fix it, I think. I hope. But he needs a place to stay.
Okay. No, we have a storage closet. We can put them in. I'd have to move some of the mops, though.
I'll help.
I'm sure if we don't tell him, I'm sure he won't mind.
Relegated to a storage closet. Wow, how the mighty have fallen.
On a bed, bro. You're gonna break it.
Do you think he can see what we're doing? Do you think he'll know we're putting him in a storage closet?
Where else are we gonna put him?
Christoph just puts.
It's better than leaving him outside so the
A
birds
little
shit on
blanket
him.
over the face, like a little like. Maybe we'll pretend that he's sleeping.
Mhm. Yeah, let me maybe put like a towel over his face. I don't know how
Make him
this works.
comfortable, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He leans in. Hey, Morse, I'm going to find you a pillow. Okay.
That's sweet.
Very thoughtful. I'm gonna spend 10 minutes to ritual cast alarm. If there's only one door on the closet, I will cast it on that. So I will be alerted if, let's say, Morse spontaneously gets better and comes out of the door, or if anybody tries to go in there and mess with him.
Oh, funny. Gotcha.
Not gonna
Hey,
get our
guys.
statue friends stolen after all this.
Can I
work
be
to get 'em out of
exempt
there.
from that so I can pull like some of the toilet paper and things like that? If need
You
be.
can include people in alarm. I think it's people of your choice.
Yeah, designate creatures that won't set off the alarm. Yes, of course.
Okay.
It's your closet after all.
I still need to grab some. All right, we're good. Close the door on Morse.
I really feel like we have a new experience every time we come see Kristoff. You know, death, statue.
You're all very interesting, I'll say that much. I mean, I have something going on, but I feel like you're beating me now.
Fun never ends.
Or
Apparently.
something.
And you guys are able to get back to your rooms. Everyone just slumps back into a bed or the couch.
I face plant into a bed.
And a storage closet.
Our camera zooms in beyond the door of the storage closet, and we just see Morris like this with a little rag over the face, surrounded by toilet paper and maybe some mops.
Arrow is going to go back to like a bathroom or something with a mirror, same as before, but now he's going to pull out that book he got, and he's going to start flipping through it. Just like put that on the edge of the sink and start looking through. He'll keep an eye out if it says anything on petrification, but he's hoping that's not the same as death. So he
no,
imagined it would be there.
Yeah, you don't find anything on petrification.
But he will be looking for anything that might recall to the situation he's currently in, and otherwise just how to bring someone back from the dead.
Yeah. A good portion of the book is a book on the dead / death process. It is a studied sort of textbook that almost has like, this edition has a lot of information about just the process of death and how that occurs, at least from a scholar's point of view. There are details about, like the first quarter is about the importance to death to some cultures, like how, the sacrificial offering of one being to a person of higher planes, actually, and how that process is important, or how it symbolizes sort of a transfer of power. Much like how prayers to a god or goddess is almost like a transfer of power as well. So you're like flipping through, that has nothing to pertain, but you're looking to sort of flip that. And then you start to see more of the arcane study around death, and how through countless years of testing and study, how like revivification magic is utilized, and how like it's so strange for us as players and characters of how, in a minute you can only cast revivification or it doesn't work, or you have up to 24 hours to cast this spell or it doesn't work, or you only have up to like 10 years to cast this spell and it doesn't work. And there are countless detailings of how that's been tracked and why that's known. It is people giving it tests, and so sometimes that requires, it's done through war and battlefield where soldiers die. And sometimes a cleric has to go, how long have they been dead? 5 days? Let's try it now. And realizing they can't. So you see the magical aspects. And you're seeing things that can bring a soul back. There's like true revivification, where you don't need a body. You just need to know the person. They can apparate. And you look at that, and you're like, it's a heavy, heavy spell. Something that can work. It can rip the soul back and put it into a body of your choosing and make, and your sort of your own vision. So it just feels a little out of your depth at that moment. It's something good to know.
Yeah, he'll spend some time just like poring over that section to like memorize it, even with words and phrases and sigils that make no sense to him, just to like imprint that in his head. Does it say anything about like what is needed, like how expensive the components for it might be?
I can get it for you.
I could tell you.
I know you can. Here, I got you. You read on the spell True Resurrection, which, if a creature's soul is free and willing, the creature is restored to life. It costs holy water and diamonds worth at least 25,000 gold pieces, in which the spell is then consumed. See, the spell can even produce a new body if the original one no longer exists. You just need to speak the creature's name.
Okay.
And it is a hefty, hefty spell.
He's gonna dog ear that page, put it back, and he'll look at his own eyes again. He's not particularly trying to make that same connection he did before, but there is still like a silent promise while he looks at his own reflection. And then he'll go back.
Anyone else?
I'm gonna go sit next to Legati because I feel like we need to have a talk.
Yes, I wanted to. I think you make the most sense to take this, and I gave you the Thieves' Tools book.
Oh.
That's the 48 hours of studying, and you can get proficiency in Thieves' Tools. You know, you're always running and sneaking, and the best of us. So I can just knock a door open. It would be better for you to learn this.
I'm quick. Thank you, I guess.
Of course. Just
Hopefully
makes
we
more
don't
sense.
break into too many more places.
I wanted to ask, we went on this mission because, after Arrow's temporary demise, we agreed that we should let Arrow pick. Should we let Morse pick next? Does petrification count as death?
I'm not really sure, to be honest.
This is a
maybe we compared. See what he might want to do. What's on the table?
I really hope this
Been
is not
busy.
how we choose things to do. Is like by how often we die and or almost die, because that's a little rough.
It gives you something to look forward to when the worst happens.
No, I don't look forward to it.
Not
at
you,
all.
but Moore's. Maybe Moore's somewhere is just thinking about that. Wherever he is currently.
I'm pretty sure he has his own trauma, the way he speaks about death and undeath. So I don't imagine he's too happy in this moment.
Don't you dare deny me my chance.
I'll just have a lot of questions for him when we're able to set him right once again.
I really don't want you to get petrified. Why do you think this is a good idea? I know it's you.
It's an experience I would at some point, under controlled conditions.
Okay, well, there's things that can rip your bones out on my island, and let's not do that and see if we can put them back, because that just seems a lot. No.
Bone.
No.
Okay.
Oh,
Fascinating.
Legati is triggered.
So I have a question. Do you need more tears, or do you need other components to make other things, or do you only make the creepy shadowy thing when you do that spell?
The tears will last. They will be preserved in the vial, and I can use them again and again for the same spell, calling back to that moment of intense grief. So none more are necessary at this moment. There will be more components in the future, but that's for future research. I will let you know if there's something specific that you can help with.
More like just give me a heads up. I wasn't ready for a whole visual.
Yeah, is anyone ready for something like that? It seemed like the right time.
It seemed like the right time. It's not the words I would have used.
It was very helpful. In the
Yeah,
moment.
no, totally agree. Next time I'll just look the other way when you do it or something.
Yeah, I'm afraid it will continue to be a shadowy reminder of perhaps one of the saddest moments of your life I can't really do anything about that part of it at this. Maybe we'll get different tiers, but
This is so matter of fact.
I do like that it worked really well. I would hate to switch it out and it's not as good, you know.
She's just holding her breath. Like, she's really good at holding her breath for, like, meditation. It's just like, right. They can be happy tears or something.
I don't know, actually.
I don't want to know.
Now that you mentioned it.
I don't want to know.
I hadn't even considered like allergy tears or happy tears. Never crossed my mind.
I don't generally cry when I'm happy. So you know what? Maybe that's just probably not the right approach.
Yeah, I do think the power of the moment helped the smell.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad it could be helpful to you.
Well, guess what, guys? Especially you, Legati. Unless there's anything else you'd like to do tonight, you can all take a long rest. That exhaustion goes away.
I'm gonna be a human again, right?
Uh,
Go to bed a cat and wake
you
up
go
a
to
human
bed a
after
cat?
48 hours. Yeah.
You wake up as a human.
Oh, it's been.
And I'm in the
it's been a
storage
while.
closet.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right, boys. You guys wake up, and everyone, Diva, Arrow, and Phoenix, you sort of stretch your shoulders, everything. You look over to Legati, who
I'm
is
doing,
now
like,
back to normal.
Push-ups in the corner. Since I can't run around. Hey, you're not a cat anymore.
You know, it's a human is all right, but
You
almost
gotta die
seems a little vanilla after. I'm sure something else will come along soon enough.
Well, the next time you're a cat, hopefully you don't die. We need a race, because that seems like a waste. We should have done that.
Yes. Yes, of course.
Do you think
No.
Tavin will have a solution to our friend?
I think
Maybe-
she's our best first stop.
Maybe we should go ask her so we don't have to carry him in the cart.
But then if she has something, we have to come back and it's all
Right.
more.
Let's take the cart just in case. If she
we'll
says no,
park it nearby and yeah.
Right. Maybe we'll.
Hopefully it doesn't get stolen.
Maybe we should put a
I will
blanket
alarm
over
the
it.
cart again. No one will mess with our cart.
Hey, who wants a statue of a random guy? You know.
Yeah. The guy he's
Okay.
paranoid about getting cart jacked. He doesn't want that to happen.
Is that like a common thing here? Is that why you're paranoid about it?
You can never be too careful.
That's
You
what
know,
his mom
this.
used to say.
August
Like,
just
that's
left
what your
his
mom used to
cart
say a
out
lot.
there in the open.
Legati was like, you
generally.
can never be too careful around this, but the stone steps.
Beeping the alarm on and yeah.
Yeah, you guys get the cart. Beep, Morse in the back.
Yep.
Kind of one of the alleyways here. I'll say close enough for like where the garden space is, or like off in the corner next to the grip. The door opens. Actually, it's weird. You have to get to the door. You try the door itself, and it does not open. Instinctually, sort of a quick knock or anything, and you hear, "Oh, hold on!" The door opens.
What's his face?
You step in, once again within the grip of the first floor, the little the faux front of the house, of all these antiques and bits and bobs, things stripped to the ceiling and wall, but you do not see anybody currently up here. You hear coming from the counter. You hear, "Oh, hi! Welcome to the grip. Please look around, see what you could find. If there's anything of interest, just take it to the counter."
Tavin? Is that you? Do you have a bad cold?
Oh, over here. Hey, Drow, look to the left. To the left. Keep going. And your vision stops at a stand mirror. It's like a desk mirror. It's just sort of there, and through the reflection, it starts to cloud, and so you see like a very simplistic face, just sort of mouth and eyes. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Are you looking for something special?
The owner, actually.
Oh, well, Big Boss currently is, busy, in the back. I mean, you know her name, so who you guys?
She hired us for a job, I don't remember, a few days ago.
Oh, the workers! Okay. Hold on. And through a muffled form, the face dissipates, but the cloud stays there, and you hear like almost like a muffled voice coming from the back. Hi, boss. You got some trustees upstairs. And you don't hear a response. Okay. The face returns. Okay. Big Boss says come on downstairs. Currently, she's in the midst of a little bit of a business thing. Nothing too crazy. Just exchange of coins, stuff like that. Traps have been disabled. So yeah. Oh, wait, before you leave, one of you, do you mind just cleaning the upper right-hand side of me? There's a dust bunny that's been bothering my ass this entire time.
Mage
sure.
hand. I'll
Oh,
away.
hey, fancy boy.
Tip the cap.
Like the look. Wish I could wear a hat as you're walking by.
I feel sad for him now. He can't wear a hat.
I'll say I'd be pounced. Here, hold on to this for me. I'll put my hat on the mirror.
Oh, cool. Look at me.
I'll come back for it. I'm done.
You start to walk downstairs. You can hear their soft chatter as you're going down the spiraling staircase. And you hear the words, I'm sorry, dear, but it's hard to hear you when you haven't put down the payment. I understand your plight. I truly do. But you knew what you were getting into. And your vision sort of takes you down once again to this underground black market spot where she currently does a lot of her sales. And she's speaking to Steve. Could you please describe the character that they see as you're currently dealing with Tavant?
You guys are looking at a 5'8" guy of an average build, average height, really featureless, with the exception of a very prominent mustache. Not too much to look at, honestly. Looks very average. Doesn't stand out much.
She kind of stops the conversation with you. And remind me again, it's Arshad, right?
It is Arshad.
Arshad. Got it. Arshad. She kind of stops the conversation with you, Arshad, and looks over and goes, see? Hello. This is what I'm talking about. We actually have people who know how to handle their shit. And they're not sniveling like some people we know. What happened? Did you burn all your bridges?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Well, give me a moment, Arshad, and I'll deal with you, alright? Welcome! Reckoning! Good to see you all. Almost all. Although it seems like the people are missing. Quite happy.
About that.
Oh,
Yes, our
did you get
mission
picked
was
up?
largely successful.
Oh, that's good. Well, show me what you got.
We would.
Do we have any left? Did Diva use hers?
Oh, Diva has one on her.
Diva has a belly chain that has not been utilized yet.
Yeah.
Phoenix currently has the earrings of Whisper, which is also on your person.
And a
And
ring.
that's it in terms of the
And so how-
unks. But you also do have the Ring of Guidance.
How many of those things? Does Morse have 3
Morris has 3 on him.
of the powerful
Diva has
artifacts?
So essentially, you guys have 1.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
have 1 of the major ones and 2 minor ones.
yeah.
We got a few. The individual you're not quite fond of. He's with the rest of them, and he and them are all stone.
Outside on a cart.
She just, like, one of those moments she has to look at someone else and looks at you, Arsha, and just, I apologize, I spoke too soon.
Turns out
it was a lot.
Too many. 4 out of 6.
It was too many. Now we know.
Well, it was 1 too many, but then we just took them all because why not? At that point.
We just have to uncementify our friend, and then we'll be fine.
We have incurred the wrath of Ioun for this mission you have sent us on.
I warned you not to.
Well, we didn't know that 3 was the magic number.
We did successfully.
If you had said do not take more than 3, I would have remembered that exactly. You were slightly vague, and it turned out it was 1 too many. I reach into my bag and pull out the bloody, goopy stumps of the celestial beholder. Eyes is like, I have these from the thing that did it. Perhaps these could be of some use in some mechanism to unpetrify.
Should I take these as payment for you insinuating that this is my fault?
It's not your fault. It's totally not.
None of us knew.
Right.
We have learned now for the future.
We're simply saying we went above and beyond this job for you, and hopefully, if you would be so generous and kind, we could give you more if our friend was unpetrified.
Yeah, some quite powerful artifacts that we know you would like to possess. They just happen to currently be stone.
Do you guys present what you have currently on you?
Yeah, I think we give the rundown. I mean, I know Moors wants all of them, but if it comes to, we need to agree to give her 1 or 2 to get you unstoned, which is the one that Moors wants the most. The charisma one? Do you have the charisma one on your? Yeah,
Yes,
and that would be
charisma,
most
whiz, and
important.
dex,
So in
I
other words,
think.
what you could offer at this moment are 3 big items and 2 small items.
If it comes to that, I mean, maybe Diva wants to use the belly chain too, but like, you know, let's have a negotiation. How much does this cost? What do we need to do to get Moors back into flesh today?
What I can offer for the 2 little small trinkets, the earrings, if you're willing to part with that, as well as the ring, if you're willing to part with that as well. Let's say 200 gold pieces each. And for the big onk that you have here, I would pay. The original deal was for 3,000. That's for a sufficient amount, but you're only providing me 1. So
We could give you 3.
You could give me 3, but you haven't. So how could I make a deal in this moment?
I mean, I could go get them from outside, and then they'll be in the building. You just have to, fix the petrified parts.
That is the issue, though. I currently don't have a cure for petrification.
Do you know who might?
I do not.
Great.
Is it bad? I whispered to Legati, is it bad that I kind of want to keep the ring and the earring?
Might as well keep things. If you want to keep them, you can just keep them, potentially.
I just like the earrings at least, because I generally run away, and then I could talk to you if I ran away.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe the ring. We'll sell the ring for now, right? What did the ring do again? I don't even remember.
It's a ring of guidance.
Guidance. I want to keep 1 of the beholder stocks, but if she wants the others, I can just throw those in. A celestial beholder in the service of Ioun that we dispatched. Worth study. A rare thing.
Roll me persuasion check.
Okay. That is a 2.
A 2.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yes.
Sorry, Bob.
That's how it works. She looks at it and goes, maybe if I had the entire body, perhaps. But, no. I don't think I can make use of this.
I'll just keep these then. Mage hand, put them back in my bag. Leave a stain on the ground where they had been set down. Sorry about that. We can sell you the ring for now, and we do intend to help fix Moore's current situation. We had hoped you would be able to point us in the right direction, but if not, we will come to some solution shortly, and then we will discuss selling the items that he currently has.
I assume this conversation is happening all within like Tavin's shop. All of us are there, including Arshad.
You are all down here.
Okay. Excuse me. Are you folks in the helping business by chance?
By accident, but yeah, sure.
If you're willing to pay.
I would love to pay. Unfortunately, I don't have any money right now, but maybe I can. Maybe I have a solution for your friend there. Maybe we can help each other, so to speak.
Go on.
Does anybody have good insight?
Yeah, I was gonna say, could I do an insight check? I squint.
Everyone roll me insight.
It's real convenient that this guy has a solution.
Oh, as well.
And
Hold on, let me see where my insight's good. I'm proficient.
11.
Ashad, go ahead and roll me just a d20 plus your plus whatever skill you were thinking of. Don't call it out. Just give me the number.
Oh, I was.
And so, Phoenix, what'd you get?
25.
Legati?
I got a 20.
Arrow?
11.
Ashad?
19.
Ooh.
You fooled me.
You are looking at this very basic looking Commodore man with a bushy mustache. Looks like almost like a gym coach, who is just sort of standing there. And I think what goes through your mind is this guy wouldn't have spoken up if there wasn't anything. This guy is a open book.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't look skilled enough to lie to you.
Okay.
In this moment, at least.
Yeah. It's like, well,
Well, what do you do exactly? That you're in here with Tavint.
Well, funny you should mention that. I used to have a lot of money. A lot. Fortunately, I don't have that money anymore. And that's kind of why I'm here. I need to get it back. That's all.
Uh-huh. Am I noticing the actual nervous twitch that Steve's doing?
I mean, he's a nervous person overall. You got a 25. I think you're noticing that.
yeah. Well, what would be involved in helping each other?
Well, the short of it is that I met this really beautiful woman, and I gravitated to her, and just one thing led to another, and we got married. I was very happy.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you very much. And so we got married, and everything was fine, except it wasn't. You see, shortly after we signed the paperwork, she kind of left me.
She cleaned them out, as far as I've heard in the grapevine.
Yeah.
Phoenix whispers to Diva and goes, "Is that what you call a gold digger?"
She took everything. She took all of my money, my prized possessions. She left me with nothing. I've been homeless for the last week.
And you want us to get it back? How exactly?
Well, I know that she did take my money, and she kept it in her house, and she has a group of followers who are with her because she seems to be a very lively, influential person. Yes. So she has all of my money in her house, including my prized possessions, and I would like your help in heading into her house and claiming what is rightfully mine.
And how would that help with our petrified friend?
I figured you would ask that. Well, see, the answer to that is quite simple. Amongst all my prized possessions is a ointment, if you will. An ointment that I procured through my travels that is a solution to fix many, many ailments, including the turning to stone that your friend is currently finding himself in.
I'm gonna quietly say to Phoenix and Legati, is this some fish oil salesman bullshit? Can either of you tell?
I'll check.
25. It's not beyond the wavering personality. There doesn't seem to be a slip up of the tongue.
From what I gauge on the body language, he's horrible with women, but that part seems to be legitimate.
Is any of this said out loud?
No, this is like said underneath my breath.
Yeah,
Okay.
I turned my head to talk to the two of them because I can't get a read on this guy.
This sounds like we're breaking and entering, and did she like divorce you and take all your stuff legally, or she just picked up and left?
Well, I mean, the paperwork hasn't quite been settled yet, but yeah, she did take my things in a legal fashion. Ish.
Also, let's be honest, we are not above breaking and entering. We have done that.
I know you were
now.
here. I know you were here for the conversation Legati and I had last night, but Legati's the kind of shit I'm talking about.
And I think we can make a decision after a quick break from me to you guys. So let's take a quick 10, and then we'll pick up this conversation.
I think that would very great.
Right, see you guys in a bit. And we're back. Currently, you guys are in the black market sort of shop underneath the grip, where Tavant currently is just leaning against the counter. You know, the bangled tiger form of this fiendish entity, just sort of smiling and enjoying the show. As you guys are huddled together, looking at Ashad, who's this bare, basic, bushy-lipped human, sort of white skin, and just sort of standing there, explain to you guys that he might have a solution to your problem.
When you mean she has followers, what do you mean by that?
Well, it's quite simple. You see, she's very popular with people, and they tend to gravitate to her, kind of like I did. I was very fascinated by her when we first met. So there are people who follow her, and she kind of tells them what to do, and they do it.
Is she a cultist?
No, nothing of that sort. No.
Part of the Potters Guild?
The what? Excuse me.
Never mind.
Don't you read the newspapers? It's been all over the newspapers, but
no, sorry, no.
Is she human?
Yes. Why is that why is that a question?
I think it was more of a curiosity.
Perhaps a mind flayer or succubus or something would meet the descriptions you've given us so far.
He looks back at Tavant like, quite a lively group, huh?
Well, clearly they can get things done.
Ish.
But
Look,
they've done enough of my service, so if you have a deal you like to make, I'm out of it until goods are exchanged on my end.
So what do you say, folks? Maybe we can help each other.
We get the ointment and what else?
Do you want gold? Is that what you want? Just name your price.
You say you're fabulously wealthy. How much are we talking?
well, again, I really would like my possessions back, and
He means
maybe
like
price.
numbers.
25,000.
Oh my.
Can you
He starts doing like mental math.
I think you see Tavant leans in and goes, if you promise me the 25,000, hell, I'd do it for you. You know what? I'd do it for 20,000.
Oh, well, that is a very, very generous offer. And in his mind, he's actually thinking if that's something he could pull off, because he's again, I am sure.
And then I think you, in your mind, Arrow, you're like, is breaking into a person's home worth that amount, and will this guy pay you for that?
Oh no, I'm just trying to test how much money he actually has.
Oh, gotcha.
And is willing to part with.
Here, you want,
Which is funny. Testing the amount that he has versus what he actually thinks he has, which he's not even sure of himself.
Here, I'm gonna DM you, Steve, the last known amount you had. You don't know if your ex-wife has done anything since then.
That would be
Yeah, I'll say that you had.
Bank balances, D&D.
okay.
My favorite accounting game.
That was, by the way, that's not counting estate. That is just Luke's
Like,
change.
Got it. I mean, it's very, very steep. I mean, I'm sure that if I'm sure there's someone else who'd be willing to do this job. I'm sorry.
I was joking.
Oh,
Not expecting you to flip over.
I was going to throw out 10, but alright, if we're joking.
Well, 10 is more than or less than half, so how's 10,000?
They're very humorous.
Yes.
Okay,
they like to talk.
Do I look humorous? I don't think I do.
We're all so deadpan.
And you can guarantee that you will retrieve these for me?
You guarantee signing the check.
And guarantee, it's like, we'll try.
There's no telling what she has in there, so I can't guarantee you something that may not exist.
Yeah, if it's particularly hard or boring or whatever, we might stop. But we want the ointment, so while we're in there, we might as well deal with the other stuff.
Is her house trapped?
Because I just mean it's a very disadvantageous position for me if you're asking me for 10,000 gold and an ointment that's worth a lot of money for just a guarantee of try.
I mean, how much gold do you have right now?
Well, obviously I have nothing, but
Okay,
I'm sure.
So
I'm
We're
sure I
basically giving you what all of your gold minus 10,000.
Yes, but I'm sure I can speak to others who would be willing to undertake this engagement for a much lower sum.
my friend,
I think we can't guarantee if she's already spent something, because that is something we can't guarantee.
let me level with you, friend. I'm a sellsword. This is what I do for a business. If you're not going to pay something up front, if you don't even have the money to guarantee anything at all, we are doing you a service. If frankly, this guarantee from us is a guarantee we don't make off with all of your items. We'll bring you your money, you will walk away with heavier pockets, and theoretically so will we. Or you can go try to ham-fist any other crook, who will instead take the address, take the goods, and not give you anything. We are going to be more reliable than anyone you can find on the street.
Okay. I think Tevin,
Yes.
can I strike a deal with you? I think this group is right, and I do need to employ them in their services, but unfortunately, I don't really have the gold to give them up front. Can I borrow 1,000 gold from you and pay you back once I have my things with with interest.
She blinks a little bit. You know what? Sure.
Oh, good. Oh, good, good.
We will put up front for you to pay these little people here. Say 1,000 gold up front. And if they are successful, you provide them with whatever help they need with their friend. In exchange for your little deal with me, I would like approval for your wife, ex-wife. I just want you're okay.
You want? Oh, wait, sorry. Just say that. You want what?
I
What?
want to. I don't want you to interrupt me while I ask for your wife's hand.
See
Oh,
that one coming.
I mean, well, that's a very oh,
You won't get a chance to get her back. I have full reign to attempt. You give out
Kevin-
whatever heart you had on her.
You know his wife? Ex-wife?
I do.
Thought you said she would. Never mind.
Yeah,
Okay,
never mind. Small business.
okay. Why don't we do this? So I can agree to these conditions with a stipulation of my own. How about I agree to what you say on the condition that she doesn't want me anymore and that she wants you instead. How is that?
Unfortunately, I can't force her will. Not what I'm aiming for. I simply want you to stop your collaborating and trying to go after her. You give up on that. You let others have a shot. You walk away with your money. Wouldn't that be grand?
She must be real hot if a fiend wants her. But I mean,
I don't know much about romance, but it doesn't seem like she particularly cares for you.
Okay.
Sir, I'm sorry.
okay, I thought what
okay.
I said was hurtful. Legati.
Okay.
Hey,
Fine.
he's the
Being
good
mean
one.
to him.
I
He
didn't
needs
want to try to be
good water.
mean. It was technically a
Fine.
compliment.
Fine.
Oh, she's being mean.
Holds out a
Fine.
hand.
I don't
Reluctant.
want her.
Oh, what have I done?
And there's a burning sigil in your palm.
Keen sense for business.
And she reaches below the table that she's behind, starts to count out, shoves it forward, just a stack of gold coins, 1,000 in total.
Should we sell the coin while we're at it, or the ring while we're at it, and get 200 added to that pile?
Sure.
Yeah, if you want to cross that off.
Yeah, we could do
All
that
right,
exchange.
so 1,200. We're dividing, setting Moore's portion aside for now.
Yeah.
Everybody agrees? Yeah.
Still in the wagon outside.
Put it in the center of the Monopoly board, just in case.
Morse.
Yeah.
Don't forget to land on free parking.
And then a bird just lands
240
on
gold
Willow
each.
Horns.
Then yeah.
240 each.
If a bird goes in there, my alarm's going off. So bird better stay away.
You know what?
Yeah, 200.
But I think it's a bird, so it's like,
Yeah.
God damn it. It's like a ring camera. You search into it and you're just like,
Yeah.
oh, it's a squirrel.
All right. Size tiny is probably not destroying him. All right. Where's this lady live? Or where did you used to live? Let's. I'm ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, sooner the better.
Okay. Yeah. You guys are very expeditious. Okay. Great. If you can all follow me, and we can get this underway. And I walk out.
All right.
You guys, new gold in your pocket, start to follow this man. Heading upstairs. Hey, oh, good job. I was going to remind you.
No worries.
Oh, you're eating something. Oh. You leave.
I still have my rations. Right.
You leave and you're standing out in the stone steps. Shad, this is probably the first silver lining that you've had in a long time. You are walking the streets and the stone steps, looking at all the different contacts you've had in the past who have shut their doors to you. It is one of those things where you're like, yep, slept underneath there once for the first day. Got kicked out of that tavern because I couldn't pay. And there is just a sad story at every corner as Ashad is just sort of telling you different small things.
How long
Don't
are
worry,
you guys
they'll-
married?
Not particularly long.
Like
why
a
do you
day?
ask?
I'm just
No. It was more than a day. It just was not the length of time that I thought it would be.
a week.
Yeah, just about.
It's gonna be great.
So do you want us to include any wreckage in the house before we leave? We're really good at property damage.
No, that won't be necessary. A matter of fact, I think the best course of action in this situation would be to just go in quietly and come out undetected.
Do we feel that her followers would kill for her?
Well, I mean, I'm not sure. I would probably just say it's better to not catch anyone's eye.
Would they die for her?
Yeah, who is this woman?
Hey, I think it's best we remain undetected.
Somebody interesting if Tavin wants her.
Does she have a name?
Yes, her name is Lorraine.
Is this anyone famous?
Not that you're aware of.
Okay.
Does Legati know? Because he's from here?
I don't think I think the only social connection would probably be with your mom, not your dad. I don't think that was your. Yeah, you didn't live in the Elmer Steps.
Yeah, I don't care about this stuff, so it wouldn't have been something that I would like pay attention to.
Yeah.
Legati. I don't give a shit about Lorraine.
Sounds like she sucks. Let's go steal her stuff.
Yeah, let's go.
You're walking through alleyways, and Ashad, you can smell cooked meats and cheeses and fruits, and you hear that grumbling in your stomach. You're like, oh, it's been so long since you've had some cooked meals, but
Here, you want some rabbit jerky?
Oh my! They just literally grabs it and like, just something you've never seen before. At least I hope to assume that that's the case. Just ravenously just devours this jerky like you haven't seen.
It's fine. That's me after
it's
a
like an
couple
animal.
laps.
Just and then back to the smile.
She gives him a little bag of it.
Oh my! Ravenous, just devours everything.
Here's another question. What the hell did you do to get into Tavin's back room?
That's a very good question.
Well, about that.
Swallow it. Grabbing one of the water skins.
Oh yes.
You took it from Diva's pet pack. You're like, oh, it's on your shoulder. Hold on. Goop, goop. Here you go.
Listen, she'll stab you for fun, so maybe don't steal that one's water skin.
Oh. Well. I'm sorry. What was the question again?
How'd you get into Tavin's back room? What'd you do for her?
Oh well, I have a way with words, and I've adventured from time to time and have stumbled across large sums of money, which of course, as both you and I know, Tavint is quite particular in.
You have a way with words?
Yes.
Dang, I must be an expert by now. Next drink of her water skin.
Well, yes. So I have had prior dealings with Tavint, as I have prior dealings with a lot of the people I'm discussing here, but that was in my previous life, which I am desperately trying to get back.
Spoiler alert. Shad, I think, has the best charisma
Charisma.
score of everyone here.
I've yet
Incredible.
to see it. I've yet to see it.
I love him so much. Ashad brings you into the Emerald Strip. Once again, the tight corridors and alleyways. You enter something homely and familiar, Ashad, as you start to lead the party down these large thoroughfares of people enjoying their days. It's a lot of you, like, you see neighbors that you know, and you're like, nope, you can't see me. The whole thing, I just don't want to be seen in the state that you're in. Ash, is that you?
Yeah, walk quickly now. Walk quickly now.
Oh,
I'm always walking quickly.
all
What?
right. You sort of go down one of the thoroughfares, one of the streets here, seeing the numerous storied homes here. Unlike the section where Yuka lived, where it was like these thin, tall, 3-story buildings, these are much wider with a larger sort of front yard area. Sort of higher up, lords and ladies, people who own land or businesses. You get a sense like if there were like guild members, they'd probably, or guild leaders, they would probably live in this section. And you are about a block away from this gorgeous 2-story manor that has like separated, like a detached stable space out in the front. As well as almost like a guest tent that's also in the front yard. There's a large fountain that's currently spraying. And you guys are about a block away. You could see it and sort of, Shard, you sort of look out and you're like, there it is. That's where she stays. That's her home.
It's the place right there.
How are we approaching this? Are we doing more like the previous gig where we wait till nightfall? Or more like the one before that, broad daylight?
Well, I'm not the party leader here. I'm just merely issuing a job. But if you would take my advice, of course, I would suggest as much cover as possible to remain undetected. But question: who is your dedicated trap checker?
I mean, me on occasion? But that's just because I don't like dying.
And who picks your locks?
Ah, shit.
You don't have a lock picker?
I haven't
We
read
have-
I
that.
know the
Where
spell
will-
knock, if that helps.
He gave me a
Oh,
book
my.
on how to pick locks. I mean, I can pick a lock, but like I'm not an expert in it. I normally I'm really quick and really quiet.
Oh my, oh my, oh my. Oh, okay. That does change some things. Okay, very well. Well, unfortunately, I was hoping to take a step away from this and let you all do your expertise. But it seems that my services may be required. So, I guess I will be joining you for this expedition. I am good with, the sleuthing around, if you will. So I
Breaking and
will.
entering.
I wouldn't use something so inelegant. Sleuthing around is a nice way to put it. Okay, yes, I would suggest that we perhaps do this by cover of nightfall, as to maintain maximum chances of remaining undetected.
You've been in this house?
I mean, I have personally lived in it, but I've been in it, yes.
Well, then you know the good entry points then. We should be fine.
Yes. In fact, I do.
All right. Find a place to chill out of sight until it starts to get dark.
What time is it right now, DM?
You
this
just woke up. It is like maybe
perfect.
It's like 10
Perfect.
a.m. or something.
Would everybody care for a meal? I am famished.
Aren't you broke?
He
Semantics,
did not
my dear.
offer to pay.
Semantics, my dear, semantics.
A suggestion, perhaps. Yeah.
Listen. At the end of the day, we all need to be in tip-top shape, and I believe a meal would probably work out in all of our favors. Again, I was not expecting to have to join this raid, if you will. But seeing as how I'm going to take part, I think it is in our best interest to be at full capacity. I will cover all meal expenditures in a, I don't know what the legal term for it is, but basically y'all pay and I will compensate you.
Yeah, you get comped. Meal comp.
Yes, I will compensate the meals for the mission. Successful.
Sure.
Oh, wonderful. Okay. Where do you like to eat near here?
I like Arrow's response to all of this.
DM, where would Arshad like to eat around here?
You have your favorite place, which is the singing pork, the singing pig, which is essentially
like
a barbecue
that.
joint that is it is a hefty cost. It's like it's like maybe 8 gold per person, and it is an all-you-can-eat barbecue buffet.
We should definitely go to the smiling pig.
Singing
smiling pig, right? Singing pig.
Singing
Yes,
pig.
the singing pig. Yes. I think you will all be pleasantly surprised at how delicious the food is, and considering the cost, it is very bang for your buck.
All right. Why not? Sounds
I can
good.
always eat. I'm good. I'm always burning.
All right, 8 gold a person. Let's take 8 out of Moore's stash and pay for this guy.
There we
That
go.
is 8 gold a person, so it's with 5 people, because
Moore's is not currently hungry. What did I say it was before? 240?
240.
240 a person. All right, so I'm keeping track. Moore's 240 minus 8.
per person.
Okay, so there's
So that is
and everybody else
40.
just pays the 8.
Oh, he's paying. Oh, got it. That's funny.
He's
you're
paying for Mustache Man. Yeah.
That's really good.
So-
Lucky this is going to be compensated.
It's part of a mission to help Moore's. It
Yeah,
makes sense. It
makes sense.
If only Morris could see anything other than pitch black.
Yeah.
it's
I wonder if
32
Moore's
then?
would like this guy.
Huh?
It's 32.
Oh, everyone's paying 8.
No,
Everyone's-
Phoenix was just gonna pay for it. She don't got nothing to spend money on.
Okay. then everyone, if you spent it, go ahead and return it back, and then it is going to be 32.
Are you paying Moore's share as well?
No, he can pay his own to get his
Okay,
ass
Moore's
out
is
of
paying
this.
his own share.
Morris,
All right.
Morris pays for a shot, and everyone
I'll
else.
pay for the rest of
Wow.
everybody else.
All right, let's have a slow 12-hour meal while we wait for it to get dark.
You
I want
enter
to be that slowly going.
the singing pig is this beautiful wooden structure here, this building that just wafts the smell of barbecue and dry rubs and cooked meats. It is almost palpable as you start to get close enough. It has one of those outdoor patio spaces where it has these long covers sort of blocking out the sun, and there are circular tables outdoors where people are eating. And there's kids of all types, but the families all look like they are probably of not nobility, but definitely a bit more of a wealthy well-to-do families here in the Emerald Strip. So it's all oh, don't forget to wear your bib or you're gonna get your clothes dirty. We can't have that, but dig in, it's great. And so you're sort of seeing all these the mix mash of wealthy people, some people who've been saving up for this, for maybe the week. You guys, it was very much one of those things where you pay for a plate, they let you in, and you find a table. You just have to it's one of the things you have to search for a table. Someone roll me a perception check.
I'll find a table. She's also probably gonna come back with 5 plates. Oh, that was good. 21 with my rock.
You have a plate with your party behind you. Someone walks side by side with you. There's maybe 3 feet. They have not looked at you. They're sort of doing the same thing you're doing. It is this blue scale dragonborn woman who sort of black leathers and everything is just sort of looking around. You both sort of look at each other oh, hey, hi. And at the same time, both of you notice that a table has gotten up. And she does a double take with you. You do with one of her. Roll me initiative.
Oh no!
I rolled really good in my perception.
Excellent.
Oh, hold on. I don't forgot. I think it's a +3 or for +4. Do I add the rock to this? Technically initiative.
Yeah,
check,
it's a
huh?
check.
Okay, 24.
24. You rush forward. No, and like a dart, Phoenix gets to the thing, sits down.
I sit on the table with my plate.
Takes her meal seriously.
You see that the blue scaled dragonborn woman's like
You're pretty good. I'll race you later if you want.
like across the way. It's like you can't even like you're mouthing it, and she's just like finds another seat, goes around.
A shot in the back. Sydney, you are quite the speedy one, aren't you?
How I keep staying alive.
Well, that's a very, very good skill to have.
You guys take a seat, and
Yeah,
there's
I
a
actually sit down now.
huge table, not table, but container or
Like
display that has
style?
all the food ready. There are chefs currently bringing new meat in, new meat out. You know, tried tips, some steak. It's like it's all here, but it's like very much of like a hometown buffet where it's like, how much do you want? And they will cut you a thing. It's like, no, more than that, please.
Phoenix is standing there for like a whole 5 minutes
Yeah.
more.
Ma'am, you have to, we can only give you 5 slices and then you have to move on. You can come back again once you're done with those 5 slices. It's like, oh, god damn it.
You're gonna have to
burn the
put up
calories,
new-
go to the
yeah.
table.
Put up new signs after Phoenix is done here about rules for the buffet. Can we talk about our job here, or are we going to be overheard by dozens of people?
It's like standing in a subway in New York. It's like there's so many people
Okay.
talking. No one cares about what you're talking about.
I think every few minutes we start saying like, for the play, in the theater, right? Just throw that in. So if anybody is listening, they think it's just some performance we're planning.
The irony is that it very much sounds like Thieves' Cant in a way. So
Yeah.
he knows exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, Legati starts talks to Arshad here, and starts sketching out on a piece of paper the layout of the building, as best as Arshad can describe
Using
it.
the bones.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna say I have like a journal. I can tear a piece of paper out.
Oh,
there we go. Yeah, perfect. And it's okay. So, nodding in pre-apology to Phoenix.
Oh.
First idea, not set in stone. Haha, irony. But perhaps Phoenix and our new friend here, invisible for an hour, go into the building, get the job done. If there's any big problems that come up, make some noise, and then the rest of us can, start breaking the windows in the building or something. What do we think of this?
Well, before we discuss the details, well, I'd like to get to know you a little bit better, just so that I know who I'm working with. Now, just so far, I points to Phoenix. So you're the fast one, and I point to Legati. You're the smart one. I point to Arrow. What about you?
I told you, I'm a sellsword. And I'm going to summon my blade to my hand and then dissipate it.
you hear a kid
Whoa,
"Whoa!" right behind you. Like it's one of those long strip tables, and it's like one goes, "Oh my god, honey, don't mess with the swords, sell swords, please."
He's the cool one.
Yeah, I'll tip my hat to the kid.
Holds like a bone.
Okay, so the sellsword, so the muscle and the reckless one. Okay, good to know. And then I point to Diva. What about you?
Mm.
I'm the blood hungry one.
Oh, okay. I'm curious. Tell me more.
You'd have to pay me a little bit more.
She's up front about what it costs for her
50
time.
gold pieces for the night.
Oh, I wasn't. I didn't mean to.
Extra if you
that.
have something kinky.
Okay. All right. Well, I was more referring to your
Do you like pain?
skill set. Okay. Okay, great. Cool. So, okay, I just want to know that. Okay, so we have you're the fast one, you're the smart one, you're the muscle, and you're the weird one. Okay, got it. Good.
I've been called
great.
worse.
I bet you have. I would not be surprised. Fun. Well, I don't know about all of you, but I am very peckish. So if you don't mind, go ahead and I'll be right back. Just goes up against food.
How big is the pile?
Oh, you really need to ask.
I think it's a race between him and Phoenix.
It is one of the you put a bone, and then Phoenix puts a bone, and then you put a slop, and then she puts a slop, and then you put a side, and you put it, and it's what I think Phoenix. You recognize, you're like, oh, okay.
Just for context, Arshad has not eaten well in a week. He has been picking up scraps and literally whatever he can find for an entire week. He's been keeping himself alive through the use of his sleuthing alone. This has prevented him from actually having a decent meal, and he's been very hungry for about a week. So this opportunity has presented itself, and he is going to fully take advantage of it.
I'm just feeling the tank. That's what I do.
Before we end today's session, I'll say, as you guys are currently planning, eating, doing the whole thing, and taking the time, I will showcase the layout that Arshad is able to give you. I will also leave it on the screen in case people are curious to wish to jump into Roll20 and get an idea of what you can work with. Let's go ahead and showcase that now. And through Arshad's information.
That is a big ass house.
This is the first story. This is the second story. Left is first, right is second. But this is a view or a rough estimate of the house without guards, or without the followers, as Arshad calls them. And as you start to deliberate, plan, discuss, and collaborate, we will call it there for our session, because, man, I really would love to see Diva interact with this character too. So we'll see how that works. Thank you so much for
great.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us, everyone, for this episode of Trials of VinTear. We'll check you guys next time. Bye.